no hands. I mean, you can use your arms as far as if you want to stretch your arms up above your head in like a warrior one, or if you want to put your arms out to the side in a warrior two, but you can also just keep them on your waist. And the idea is like last week we did a little bit more hip opening stuff. And this is going to be a little bit more leg engagement. So I'm going to mute you guys. Oh, Sarah's already muted. Okay. And make sure I'm in the spotlight video so none of you guys are on my recording. Oh. Here we go. So yeah, hands-free class today. It might be a little bit easier, it might be a little bit harder. It depends on how you do it. So I'm gonna step back here. Make sure you can hear me. So if you can, give me a thumbs up. If you can still hear me. Thumbs up, are we good? Thumbs, all right, cool. So sit up nice and tall on your mats. You can bring your hands to your knees. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, relax them down your back. And just start to check in and notice how your body's showing up this morning. You can close your eyes. Take a few big breaths in and out. Just let your morning go. And on that last exhale, I want you to take and reach your arms out in front of you and give yourself a hug. So it doesn't matter which arm is where, we're gonna switch sides. And this is really just to try to gently relax your shoulders, keep your core engaged, and use your side body to stretch. So you're just gonna drop one shoulder down towards your knee. Stretch out that side body. And then sit up just slightly, taking the elbows over towards your thigh or your knee. Notice a different twist in your spine. All while trying to keep your legs down towards the mat or your knees down towards the mat. And inhale, bring yourself back upright. Still twisting, and a slight twist, looking over a shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch sides. As you switch sides, you drop your shoulder first down toward your knee. And then with that shoulder or your body down toward your knee, I want you to rotate and turn so that your elbows go toward your thigh and your knee. Twisting just a little bit differently. Engage your core here. This helps protect those muscles as you twist. Inhale, bring your body upright, but still in a twisted position, gazing over that shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, open the arms up wide. We're just going to switch directions with our arms. Take them back. Hug yourself opposite. We're going to do the same thing, shoulder down towards your knee first. So this is just a subtle stretch, just subtle movement in your body, but it does help increase your mobility, open up spaces that you don't typically think about using or stretching. Inhale, just slightly drop those elbows, twist a little bit deeper, take the elbows towards your thigh or your knee. Inhale, bring your body upright, but still in a twisted position, and maybe take your gaze over your back shoulder. Bring yourself back to center. Exhale, switching sides, start by dropping your shoulder. Dropping your shoulder down towards that leg. Inhale up just slightly so that the elbows can go over towards that thigh, but still twisting. Notice your core. Inhale, bring your body upright. Exhale, take that gaze over your back shoulders, still engaging your core, still noticing if you can sit up tall and engaging your legs down towards the mat. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, just relax the arms down. I want you to rotate your wrists just slightly in circles. And this is about all of the arm work that we are going to do today. We're going to go into a bit of a standing flow, and once we get back down to seated, we are going to move through different sun salutations, all while not using our hands. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I want you to think about engaging these muscles, these hip flexors, to pick the legs up and to move your body around without your arms and your hands. So to start, we're going to stand at the top of our mats. Don't use your hands to help you up. So move one foot and then the other. See if you can't stand up at the top of your mat. And I do want you to see my head. So I'm going to move the computer screen just a bit. So standing at the top of the mat, we're going to warm up just a little bit here. You can, like I said at the beginning, reach your arms, or you can always just keep your arms at your waist. But I want you to inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling, open up your chest, and start shifting your hips forward. Drop your head back to open up space in your throat. As you exhale, round out your back, but stay standing. So round out your back, tuck your chin, round your back, round your shoulders. Not quite a forward fold yet. Inhale, open up your chest, open up your throat, gaze up towards the ceiling. Try to shift your hips forward. Exhale, round it out, pull that core in, round out your shoulders, tuck your chin. If it feels uncomfortable to keep your hands on your waist, feel free to have a reach out. Inhale, open up. Hips shift forward, open up your chest, drop your head back. Exhale, round. Round it out, pull that core in towards your spine. Looks a little funny, but just working on our mobility. Last one, this time take the feet hip width apart. Let's open up a little bit wider, shifting your hips forward, opening up your chest, dropping your head back. Exhale, round it out. Pull the core in, round out your shoulders, maybe reach. Exhale, come back to center. Take an inhale, and exhale, release. Shift those feet back together at the top of the mat, grounding down into your left foot to start. Pick that right knee up. So the right knee goes up towards your right shoulder, standing up nice and tall. Keeping that right knee lifted as much as you can, I want you to reach that right toe out in front. Reach it up. Keep that left leg planted. Try to take that right leg out to the right without your hands. Bring it back in front. Bend that knee, reach the right knee up as close as you can towards the right shoulder. As you engage your core here, tip your upper body over, send your right leg out, back behind you, lift it above the mat, coming into a warrior three. Keep reaching through your right big toe. Inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Right knee in towards your shoulder. We're going to tip over one more time. Tip it over, use your core, pull your core in, reach through that foot. Exhale, take and bring the right foot down onto the mat. Sink into a deep bend into that left knee. This is a warrior one without reaching your arms. And again, if you want to reach your arms, go ahead. But let's think about just engaging the legs, even if your arms are above your head. I want you to notice where your hips are in your warrior one. Grounding down into that left foot, grounding back into your right. And see if you can't bring that right hip forward just slightly to meet the left. Inhale, open up your chest just a little bit, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round out your back, fold over top of that leg. Rounding out your back, rounding out your shoulders, gazing down towards your left big toe. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, open your chest. Drop your head. One more time, exhale, fold. Round, find that cat leg back, tuck your shoulders, gaze down towards your left toe. Inhale, come all the way up. Take an exhale, we're gonna open up into a warrior two. Opening up into a warrior two, take a little bit of a wider stance. Left foot is forward, right foot is back. Right foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. And I want you to think about your hips and your waist shifting down towards the mat. Tailbone tucking just slightly. Just like this. Arms again, if you want the extra challenge, feel free to take your arms out or just have your arms and your shoulders relax on your waist. I'm gonna face you for this one, just so that it doesn't look complicated or I can see you. Reach those arms straight out in front. Give yourself a hug, just how we started this morning. Exhale, I want you to drop that left shoulder down towards your left thigh. Still grounding down into both feet, really anchoring back into that right foot so that you keep that strength in your legs. Inhale, elbows down towards your thigh, reach out through the top of your head. As you inhale, you come up. I want you to feel as if you're twisting just a little bit and gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, release your arms, hands back to your waist. Relax your shoulders and straighten that left leg. Give it a break. Still grounding down and out to both feet. Hands stay on your waist, but I want you to think about your triangle pose. Reaching through the top of your head, keeping those legs anchored, keeping that core tucked in. And when you have your hands on your waist, you can really notice where your hips are in space. If this one's rounded in too much in your triangle and you want to open it up. All while keeping that length in your spine, feel like you're growing through the top of your head. Inhale, use your core, bring yourself all the way back up. Exhale, we're gonna ground down into that left foot. Step forward towards the top of the mat. See if you can make that right leg right, reach it up towards your right shoulder. Send that leg back so that it hovers above the mat one more time. But this time, try to see if you can't fold a little bit over your left leg. Again, if you need those hands just to drop down towards the mat for support, that's fine, or you can try to keep them on your waist. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Woo. Exhale, right leg goes down. Beautiful. Twist side to side, just slightly shake out one leg or the other, lift up onto the balls of the feet. So I know that's a lot on one foot or the other. Good. I'm gonna switch back to the top of the mat so that I'm facing the camera the whole time. But we're gonna go through those little sun salutations or those inhales and exhales, the standing sun salutation. So I want you to take your feet hip width apart, shift your hips forward, open up your chest, drop your head back. Exhale, round it out, pull your lower belly in, round it out. Inhale, hips go forward, rib cage open, shoulders open. Exhale, round it out. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, come back to center. You can open up your chest. And back. Good. Grounding down into your right foot this time. Lifting that left leg up towards your shoulder. Left knee comes up towards your shoulder, hands on your waist. Take a breath here. Reach that left toe out in front. Try to keep that leg straight. Allow it to hover over top of the floor. And then just trying to keep that hip exactly where it is. We're not trying to open it up or lift it up. Try to keep that hip where it is and just open that left leg out to the left. Use that quad, use that hip flexor. Inhale, bring it back to center, reach. Knee in towards your shoulder. Use your upper body, tip forward, let your left leg hover. Inhale, bring it all the way back in, knee towards your shoulder. I have terrible balance on this side. Exhale back. Reach. And take that foot down onto the mat. Deep bend into your right knee. Coming into that warrior one. Same thing here with your hands on your waist. If you can, notice your hips. Notice if one hip is way farther than the other. Try to get them balanced. They're not going to be perfectly square here, but look for that left hip shifting forward, right hip shifting back, bending into your right knee. Let's open up our chest a little bit more than we normally do in this pose. Round it out a little bit, fold over top of that right leg. Inhale, come up, open up. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, come back. Take an exhale, open up into your warrior two. Left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat, right knee bends, sink your hips down towards the mat. Tuck that tailbone just slightly, so you don't want to feel like you're opening up your chest here. You want to tuck your tailbone, pull that core in. Notice your legs. Feel your hips sink. Two more breaths. Reach those arms out. Give yourself a hug. Drop that right elbow or right shoulder down towards your right knee. Drop it down. Keep pressing into those legs. Keep tucking in the core. Elbows towards your thigh. Reach. Open up that side body. Inhale, come up. Exhale, twist, gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, straighten through that right leg, give it a break. Release your arms, bring them back to your waist. Keep grounding down into both feet, tip over into that triangle. Keep noticing those hips once again. Notice if one's rounded in, pick it up, open it up. Find that length like someone's pulling through the top of your head. Inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, we're gonna take a big step up to the top of the mat, so ground down into that right foot. Step it up. Bring the left knee in towards your left shoulder as soon as you step up. Exhale, fold forward, take that left leg back behind you. See if you can't fold over top of the right straight leg. Just folding as much as you can, trying to hold your balance. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring that knee in with you. Exhale, take it down to the right. Same thing here, let's shake out those legs a little bit. It's funny how when you just take one aspect out of poses that you do quite frequently, the legs, you really start to engage more muscles and notice little muscles working harder, just taking one thing out of it. We're gonna inhale, gaze up, open up your chest. This time, exhale, forward fold. Just ragdoll fold, shake your head side to side, let the whole upper body relax. You can drop the hands down towards the mat. Shake out your whole upper body. Bend into either knee. Maybe hold on one side or the other. Inhale halfway. Take an exhale, hands make their way to your waist. Bring yourself all the way up. And exhale, feet come back together at the top of the mat. We're gonna step out to the left or the right. I'm just gonna face the camera. We're going into a wide-legged forward fold. But I still wanna think about stretching out the side body in our wide-legged forward fold. So hands at your waist, fold forward to the middle first. Sit bones reaching up towards the ceiling as the top of the head folds forward. Shake that head out here, yes or no, allow your head to relax. Rounding down into those feet, inhale, bring your upper body all the way back up. And exhale. This time, keeping those legs and the hips where they are if you can, but we're gonna just stretch out that side body, take the chest or the shoulder down towards your right thigh. You can go to the inside if you want to. Just like this. Let your hand fall. Ground down into that right foot. Try to bring this whole side body down towards that right leg. Doesn't matter how deep you go here, but notice a stretch in that right hamstring. You want to keep pressing into that foot. And maybe a stretch in your side body if you keep reaching long through the top of your head, keeping the spine long. Ground down into your legs, connect with your core, bring your body all the way back up. And exhale, switch sides. Dropping that left shoulder down towards your left thigh or your left knee. You'll feel a stretch in your left hamstring, but also let's feel a stretch in that right side body. So lift yourself up halfway, reach through your spine, and fold again. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Take an exhale, bend into either knee. You can take your toes out to the side, bend into either knee. Take your time, back and forth. Two more. Now, when you get back to the foot that's facing the front of your mat, I want you to take a deep bend, ground down into that foot, and I want you to try to step as high as you can up with that back foot so it meets the right. My right foot's facing the front, so whatever foot is facing the front of your mat, ground down into that foot, press back, and step up, both knees bend. Chair pose. Open up your chest or your rib cage just slightly in your chair pose, but still engage your core. Feel that lower belly pulling in. Sink your hips down with your hands on your waist. Sink those hips down as you gaze up. Keep squeezing those knees together, grounding down and out into your feet. And exhale, straighten your legs. Fold forward. Relax your head. Heel toe the feet out, hip width apart. Take those toes towards the corner edges of your mat. And we're going to squat here. Bend into your knees, squat. Yogi squat. Hands can come to the center. Shake out either side. Take two more breaths here. And we're going to come down into a seat. Sitting down on the mat. I'm going to scooch back here. So I want us to take the right foot onto the mat, left leg out straight. So right sole of the foot down onto the mat, still getting into our hips here while they're warm. So right foot anchors, both arms reach to the inside of that right foot. This is a pose that we practiced last week, so take that right heel just a little bit further. We're not going to bind our hands here just yet. If you feel like you need a little opening in your chest, you're welcome to do that, but first, I want us to feel the stretch in our leg and our hip on this right side. So I want you to really press down into that right foot, press into your toes. All 5 toes are on the mat. Knee stays up towards the ceiling and reach towards that left foot. If you have a hold of your left foot, reach a little bit further through the top of your head. Keep grounding down into this right foot as you fold forward. Feel that stretch all the way down to your QL muscle, this back muscle right above your sacrum, right above your hip. Keep pressing, keep that knee up towards the ceiling or in towards your body. Inhale halfway. If you want to try to bind those hands, open your chest up. Take your arms back. If you don't want to bind your hands, keep holding on to that left foot. Take 2 more breaths here, big breaths. Inhale, come up. Take an exhale, lift that right leg up. Open the right knee out to the right, right foot on top of the left thigh. So it's not into our hip crease like we normally do, it's just on top of that left thigh or above the left knee. But I want you just to press that right knee down slightly. This is a very gentle stretch. Press that knee down. You can relax your right foot. Sit up tall. Pelvis tilts slightly forward. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale. Take an exhale, reach that right leg out straight. Bring your weight over to your left hip. Take that right foot back behind you so that the heel is close to your sacrum. Coming back into that half hero pose that we do often. If you have a block or a blanket handy and you want to place it underneath of your left hip, you can. We're gonna fold forward here. So again, shifting that pelvis forward, I want you to notice and be mindful of your movements. Instead of just rushing right into our pose here, I want you to think about lengthening through the upper body, chest folding first. Reaching, 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 thinking no hands, just using your upper body. And then if your foot is within reach, reach down towards that foot. Keeping that right leg active, use the top of that right foot by pressing the top of the foot into the mat. You can also think about balancing out your waist here by shifting that left hip back and that right knee forward. You might notice more of a stretch in your left hamstring. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Take an exhale. Here's the fun part. We're going to try to come back into both knees back into a hero pose while keeping this leg where it is. So if you can, no hands. Think about bringing that right or that left foot here. Lift up just slightly so that you're on your right knee. And then take that left foot back. So try to do this safely. If you need to use your hands for safety, go ahead and use your hands. But try to come back into a hero's pose. And same thing, if you need to grab a block or anything to place underneath of you for your hero's pose, you can. So both feet back, sitting up tall, hands on your waist. Using no hands in a yoga practice is interesting, isn't it? To start, take your chest down towards the floor. Take a few breaths here in a modified child's pose. Inhale, bring your body up, open up your chest, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round it out, fold. Inhale, open. Look up. Exhale, round. Inhale. Last time, exhale. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Neutral position, remove your prop if you have it. Lift yourself up just slightly here. This time, we're going to take the right foot out first, staying on our left knee. So right foot comes out so that we can gently sit down and take our right foot out straight. See that? Hero's pose, left foot is back. So we're going to go backwards on this left side. Fold forward. Stretching into your left or your right hamstrings this time. Left knee is bent. Left, the top of the foot is grounding down into the mat. Your whole upper body starts by folding. Chest down towards your shin. And if your arms are accessible, you can reach them down towards that right foot. Inhale. Exhale brings you all the way back up. Take a breath out. Rock over to that right hip. Lift that left leg up, bring it around. Take the left ankle on top of your right thigh. That knee is bent. If you need to straighten your left leg out and rebend it in, that's fine. Check in with your knee, make sure your knee feels okay. And then gently, very gently, just start opening up that inner thigh, still sitting up tall. Just gently pressing that knee away. Keeping that right leg active, continuing to reach through the right foot. Take a few breaths here. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to reach that left foot out in front. Reach it out, hover it above the mat, still standing or sitting up tall. And take that left foot, bring it down onto the mat. Heel is just to the outside of your sit bone, so make sure there's a little bit of space there. And you're pressing down into that left foot, pressing it into the mat. All 5 toes are on the mat, even the pinky toe. Both arms come to the inside, and you're reaching down towards that right foot. Keeping that knee up towards the ceiling or hugged in toward your body. And I want you to just work here to start. Work on folding forward, finding that strength in this left leg, finding the stretch in your lower back, in that QL muscle as you fold. If you want to hold on to your foot as you reach, you're welcome to. But notice that space. Inhale, if you want to open up your shoulders a little bit, take the arms out. Rotate the hands, the palms are up towards the ceiling, and bring the hands back behind you. See if you can't reach and bind your hands. And that's only if you want to stretch out those shoulders. You don't have to do it this way. Inhale, release. Release those arms, bring yourself up, and exhale. From here, I want us to come back into our yogi squat. So grounding down into that left foot, press into your left foot. This is also going to be challenging for me, so let's just keep an open mind and laugh about it. Pressing into that left foot, you might have to move it in, you might have to bring the foot out to find some balance. So press, find your weight in the left foot, bring your right foot back, so you're back in your yogi squat. Yeah, good. Grounding down to both feet, then straighten those legs. Find a forward fold. Relax your head. Inhale, bring your upper body all the way up to stand. Open up the front of the body by pressing the hips forward, dropping the head back. Exhale, fold all the way forward. And again, inhale, bring it all the way up. As you come up, hips press forward, open up your chest. Drop your head back. Exhale, fold. We're just gonna go through that one more time. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Hips press forward, chest opens, head drops back. Exhale, back to neutral. Heel toe the feet out. Toes to the corner edges of the mat. Be mindful of your core here, knees out to the side, come back into that yogi squat. Shake side to side. And taking your time, sit down. Good. As you sit down, bring those knees to the backs of your arms, press your hands into the wall in front of you. Take your toes together, hold here. Press, look forward, head is up, core is active, knees or heels are in towards your sit bones, knees are bent and squeezing, you're pressing, toes are not on the mat, you're lifting. Exhale, straighten your legs out and release. Good. Fold forward here. Just relax and fold. Inhale, come back up. Take both soles of the feet in with you. And instead of folding forward in this stretch, I still want you to take the pinky toes together and the big toes apart. Heels coming in toward your sit bones, sitting up tall. I want us to press a hand on that right knee. So press like you're pressing that right knee down towards the mat. You can press your body away. Or just press it. And then once you get that knee down, pressing it down, I want you to try to get it to stay there so you start engaging the back of your hip here. Your glute, your thigh, your IT band. You'll feel those muscles working as you're trying to keep that knee where it is. See where it wants to be naturally. And then take it down, 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 down towards the mat. Down. Try to keep it there with no hand. You might shake a little bit and relax. Relax that leg. Switching sides, left hand on your left knee. Press it away. As you're pressing it away, try to get it to stay there. Lift your hand. Try it. Squeeze. You might feel an opening in your inner thigh, but also working right at that glute muscle or piriformis muscle there. And release and relax. Good. Keeping that right knee where it is. We're going to lift this left leg up and go back into a pigeon pose. Again, trying to do this without hands. So that right foot stays where it is. Just shift that left leg back. And here, I don't really want us to use our hands to plant into the mat to open. I want you to bring your hands to your waist. See if you can't shift and wiggle and make this pose comfortable without the use of your hands. You can shift that right leg out, and then you can use your arms for support here as you fold over top of that right leg. Inhale, gently bring yourself up. Take and relax over to that right hip so that you can bring that left leg back around. And we're going to switch sides this time. So the left foot is going to tuck in towards your right. Straighten that right leg out. Bring it back behind you. Try to shift and adjust here. Again, same thing on this side without your hands. And you might feel like it's hard, like there's little muscles that don't want to cooperate without you using your hands to move your feet or move your body. So I want you to think about that and notice if maybe those are muscles that actually need to stretch a little bit more or find a little bit of strength, because instead of using them, we're using our arms or our hands. Exhale, fold and lower. And we're not giving those muscles the opportunity to work because our arms are working for them. Inhale, bring yourself up. Take an exhale. Rock over to your left side. Bring your right leg around. Good. Take both legs back out straight. Toes up towards the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall for a breath. Hands on top of your thighs. Relax your shoulders. Make some space for your neck and your head. Keep pressing through your feet though. Through the insoles of your feet as if they're pressing into the wall in front of you. And take and bring that left hand over to your right thigh and twist to your right. Gaze over your right shoulder. Again, trying to connect with those muscles, not using your hands to help you twist. Just sitting up tall, gazing over that right shoulder, pressing through your feet. Sitting up tall, and bring it back. Just place the right hand on your left thigh, same thing. Twist your upper body. Sit up tall, gaze over that left shoulder, press through your feet. Head is lifted, it's not dropped. Bring yourself back. Exhale, relax those legs, just shake them side to side. We're gonna go ahead and lie down onto our backs here. So same thing, use your core, lie down slowly. Good. All the way down onto your mat. Relax those shoulders, relax your head, relax the upper body. Bring that right knee in towards your chest. No hands, just bring it in. Try to hug that right knee as close in towards your shoulder as you can, just as if you were standing on that left foot instead of lying down. And then take and just let that right knee fall open out to the right, onto the floor. You can place that right arm to the inside of the right knee if you want to give it a little bit of help for an extra stretch. Relax that right arm away from your right knee. Use your muscles, your core to bring that right knee back to center. And then just drop that right knee over across the left. Keeping both shoulders on the mat if you can. Just let that leg feel as if it's falling over to the left. And you can relax the foot down or you can relax the leg down. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat so that you feel a little twist in your core and your spine. Inhale, bring that leg back to center. Exhale, take and lift the right toes up towards the ceiling. Press the toes back towards your knee so that the heel is lengthened up towards the ceiling. Keep that leg nice and strong and slowly drop it down towards the mat. When the leg gets close to the mat, slow it down a little bit more. Keep that quad engaged until it hits the mat and relax. Let that whole leg go. Feel it relaxing all the way to your hip, to the back of your lower back, your glute, your outer thigh, and your inner thigh. Let the leg go. And this time, bringing that left leg in. So left knee comes in as close to your left shoulder as it can. Hold it in close there. And drop that left knee over to the left. Bring your left arm to the inside of that left leg to give it a little extra weight so that you open up that thigh. Bring it back to center. Bring that knee in close. And then drop it over to the right. Drop that leg over to the right. You can let the left leg relax, but try to keep both shoulders down onto the mat. Inhale, bring that leg back in slowly. Lift the left toes back up towards the ceiling. Flex through that foot so that you're pulling the toes back towards your upper body or your knee. Heels up towards the ceiling. And I want you to slowly lower it all the way down towards the mat. Pressing through that left heel. As you get closer to the mat, slow it down even more. When the foot finally hits the mat, just let it go. Excuse me. Let both legs go and allow your whole upper body to just relax here on the floor. Settling into your final relaxation pose, your Shavasana. Make any adjustments that you need to make this pose more relaxing, more soft, and still in your body. And as you close your eyes, just ask yourself to let it go. Whatever it is, whatever's stuck or holding on in your body, tell yourself, give yourself permission to let it go. Slowly start to bring some life back into your body. Wiggling your fingers and your hands, shaking your feet side to side. Bring yourself into a little ball, give yourself a hug. Rock over to your right side. Make your way up into a seated position whenever you're ready. I'm gonna unmute you guys for our namaste. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a big inhale in and exhale, let it go. Take another inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Take a moment of gratitude for your arms, your shoulders, your hands. These muscles that help work all of the muscles in our body. Everything's connected and they all work well together. We'll close out with a namaste this morning. The light in me honors the light in you, as the light in you honors the light in me. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining this morning for a no hands flow. Look, Mom, no hands. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy the weather.
Bye.
Bye.
That was brilliant, Kaila. You should patent that. I don't know.
Patent that. No hands.
Yeah, I love that. I may have to get surgery, so I hope you recorded it.
I did. It'll be on the library.
Okay, that'll be my